Hello. So, starting with Capricorn, this is the July 2019 horoscope for the sign Capricorn. So, first of all, this feels like a month that lacks a ton of action, a ton of passion. This really feels like a time to focus on your personal growth and change that you are going through. It does not feel like a time to jump into any kind of quick action. It is not a time to try to jump on taking the initiative. You really want to think things through before you just jump into them. And again, with Pluto here, this shows up as a time of transformation. This is a time for you to grow and change. And Pluto is literally going through your first house. This is the work that you are doing. This is focused on you and your personal growth and transformation. And it also shows up as wanting you to not get lost in the fantasy, not get lost in this big dream or goal that you have for yourself. This really wants you to focus on what is achievable, what is attainable, and to put your focus and your drive and your direction into that, into what is attainable. So this is a big time with Jupiter and Neptune squared, and then we have this full moon coming up in Sagittarius. So this is a big time of high hopes and dreams leading into the next year. And so again, this is reminding you that you really want to focus on what's attainable, what's achievable, not on the fantasy, not on the dream that has no action behind it. Sort of just focusing on goals that you know that you can back up, that you know that you can complete, that you're willing to do the work for. Not shooting so high that actually it's not attainable, it's just a fantasy. And again, the passion, the ambition is here, but really focusing and directing that energy into what is attainable, what can be achieved. That's what this is asking for you to do. And that brings us to your intuition, following your gut, following your instincts. But again, not going off into this fantasy or this dreamland of what you think is attainable, but actually isn't attainable. So, really, this is asking you to follow your guidance, follow your inner guidance. And again, try to shoot for something that is attainable, something that you can achieve. This also feels like a time of coming into balance and harmony into your life as well. This feels like with all the growth and transformation that you will undergo, that this is really bringing you into a time of peace and harmony. This is really grounding you and putting you exactly where you need to be. So continue to do this growth, to go through this change, and you will see the progress at the end of this. Okay, so that was for Capricorn for July 2019. Now I'm going to move into Aquarius. Hi, Kesha. How are you? Capricorn with Gemini moon. All right, Aquarius. So a lot came up for you for the month of July. First of all, this feels like there's not going to be a ton of change. This feels like a time of some of you being stuck or being stagnant. Like you're just really stuck in a situation. And again, with Sagittarius here, it's like there's not a ton of movement, there's not a ton of change. It's really just asking you to pay close attention to the details, to pay attention to what your structures and belief systems are. Like, what foundation are you working off of? Because this shows you committed or stuck in a situation. So this is kind of asking you to reevaluate your beliefs or your systems that you have in place. And with Venus in reverse and Mars right side up, we see that really, like with a lot of the other zodiac signs, with this energy of Neptune and Jupiter, there's these high hopes, these high dreams. And so this is kind of asking you to get away from the beauty or the dream of what things could look like, and to really go ahead, go forward, take action, get yourself out of this stuck situation, and really move forward, act on this. Start making some necessary changes. And it wants you to be practical, it wants you to be responsible, but it doesn't want you to get stuck in this routine or this situation that you're in. It does not want you to get stuck in the month of July, Aquarius. And I say that because a lot of you show up as stuck or caught up in a situation. This does not want you to be stuck. So take responsibility of what it is in your life that you need to change. Don't get stuck into this habit or routine that you are in. A lot of you know that in your heart it's time to make a change. It's time to move forward. So this is asking you to make that change, make that decision. Because it feels like a lot of you are not doing what you love or doing what makes you happy. So it feels like you really need to get out of this old habit, this old routine, this old structure. Like, this doesn't make any sense anymore. This is asking you to break down these restrictions, these old habits, these old belief systems, and to just move forward. And it doesn't matter what pace you take. It doesn't matter how long the process takes. What matters is that you are taking these necessary steps to move forward. because you want to live your best life. You want to be happy, successful. You want to have this positive foundation set up so that you can celebrate, enjoy your life. So this is that determination. This is asking you to move forward, do it at your own pace, but make sure that you are making these necessary changes. And with Aries and Scorpio coming in, this speaks a lot to me about passion. Like you're not pursuing your passion, or you're not doing what you're passionate about. And whether this is a superficial desire or something deeper. But for a lot of you, this feels very, very deep. This feels like something that you are deeply passionate about, that you're not taking the initiative to act on. This feels like you are stuck. You're stuck in a situation and you're not moving. And again, with Gemini here, this is opening the doors to you. This is asking you to move forward, to accept the new, to accept the new experience coming through, to make the necessary changes. This does not want you to stay stuck in this situation. This is asking you to move forward, to walk through those gateways that are open to you. Because Aquarius is reversed. Your very energy is reversed. Like you're not living your truth. You're not living as who you want to be or who you are. There's this feeling of going against your very being by remaining stuck in this old habit or this old situation or this old belief system that needs to be redefined, that needs to be broken down. And you know this with Pluto and Saturn and South nodes sitting in Capricorn. You know that this old belief system, this old structure has to be broken down. You know this. So that was for Aquarius for July 2019. I will now move on to Pisces. All right, Pisces. So, and this feels very similar to what you were going through in the month of June. This does show you on a journey for a quest of self development, self improvement. I see a lot of you growing and developing in who you are. Now, that's the only card that shows up upright, though. So, what this is telling me is that this is more of a wish, or this is more of something that you have started but haven't completed yet. And so, what this is showing me is that there's still more work that is needed. There's still more that has to be done for this journey that you're on. For some of you, you have to find what it is that is your purpose or your passion. For some of you, you have to find out, who are you? What is your identity? For some of you, you simply have to find what truly makes you happy. And not what you think makes you happy, what actually makes you happy. You have to remove these old structures, these old belief systems, these old habits, these old routines. And you really have to find a way to express yourself. Express your true feelings in a way that actually serves you. I feel like for some of you, you have been in hiding or in retreat, just trying to find yourself. But this wants you to express your feelings, your true feelings. And you notice that Mercury is upside down. And when we think about what is to come very, very soon, we see Mercury going through Leo and retrograding right back into Cancer, where the emotions have to be expressed. There needs to be a effective way to express your true feelings. And then this is interesting, two completely different energies. And what this really shows me is that, again, for some of you, you have to figure out how to express your true feelings, how to show up as who you really are, how to do what really makes you happy, what really serves you. What is your true passion? What is your truth that you live by, and how can you express that? And that is part of the journey that you are on, is figuring out how to express that truth. So that was for Pisces for July 2019. Now I will go to Aries. And Aries, I felt it all of this month of June, gaining confidence, gaining passion. Like there was something that you wanted to start or create. And with Virgo here, that lets me know that it's time to do the work for whatever that is that you want to create. This is asking you to be practical and to be responsible and to do the work. And Gemini shows up as well to confirm that. And also, do you have all the skills that you need for this? I feel as though some of you do not have all the skills that you need to do what you want to create. And that is where some of you need to network or collaborate. Find someone who has the knowledge, the information that you need. This comes through strong for me as communication, a need to communicate, to connect. And it is a transformation that you're going through. This is something new, something fresh that you are creating. And talking about this practicality and this responsibility, we get hit with this. So Aries, like I feel like a lot of you just need to do the work. Get started, do the work. And it's not even about intuition or about anything spiritual. This is all practical. This is like you need to start doing the physical work. And if it doesn't go your way, if something goes wrong, don't emotionally react. Just keep going. Because whatever you're building, this dream vision does come true. This does manifest. At the end of this. And I do have to go, but I will come back on later tonight to do Taurus and Gemini. So those of you who are waiting on Taurus and Gemini, I will be back